lots of changes going on. Hopefully you've all managed to take part in some fun activities during Advent. Perhaps you did the Advent trail or even made your own window display for everybody to see. Or maybe you went to the Christmas journey and you got to dress up in your nativity outfits. Or maybe you put your aprons on and joined us at the family bake-along where we got to make some yummy gingerbread, where we also had some guest appearances from the Christmas pea and the naughty elf. Wow, there's been some really fun things that have been happening, haven't there? And I bet now you are super excited for Christmas Day, where you can open the presents and get some yummy food with your family. I know I am. As Christmas Day approaches, I have a challenging thought for you to think about and discuss as a family. Firstly, I'm wondering, can you think all the way back to last Christmas and remember what presents that you got? Or even presents you got 2 or 3 years ago? It's probably hard to remember, right? Do you still play with some of those presents? Maybe you're too old for them, so you've given them to someone else. Or perhaps your brother and sister are now playing with them. Or maybe it's just not been played with at all for a long time. If you still use or play with any of the presents you got from last Christmas or the ones before, how do you feel when you are playing with them? Do you still feel that excitement when you opened them up on Christmas morning? Christmas morning is an exciting time for most of us. It does feel great to tear off the wrapping paper and see something that you've been wanting. You may have asked for a computer game, a doll, or some arts and crafts. Having something that we can add to our collection or what we haven't played with before can be an exciting feeling, right? But what happens with that gift over time? We stop being so excited. We get tired of it, we outgrow it, or it just becomes another possession. It might break or get dirty, we forget about it, or maybe mum and dad even threw it out. In the Bible, in Matthew 6:19 to 21, Jesus says, "Do not lay up for yourself treasures on earth, where moths and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. Or where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So rather, he says, but lay up for yourself treasures in heaven. And on Christmas, God sent us a treasure from heaven. You see, we tend to find things under the Christmas tree that excites us for a while, a few weeks maybe, or even a few months. Some we're still using and some we don't play with anymore. But do you know the most amazing news? We have a Saviour who gives us eternity with him. And eternity means forever. Wow, that's a long time. Jesus gives us peace, joy, comfort, protection, security, all the things that we can't unwrap. And the amazing news is that he will never break and it will never get tired of all those gifts from God. I know this can be challenging and hard to think about heaven right now. But in January, we will be listening to God and learn more about what heaven will be like. Each week for our services, we will have a craft for you to do at home, so do look out for them in the new year. I really hope that as a family, you can remember the gift from God that was given to us that very first Christmas, and that you all have a safe and fun Christmas with your loved ones. God bless.
Cold December Eve, there's a star in the east, illuminating the the fields that lie beneath. Travelers journey from so far away to visit a child in a manger he lay, who knew that night would hold the greatest story ever told. On this holiest of nights, we let light into our lives. This child, our guide forevermore. The earth, the sky become as one as mortals, never now alone. Peace and love, what a sight on this holiest of nights. Angels sing, glory on high, peace be with you, friends, on this beautiful night. Wise men bring precious gifts for the Prince of Peace as he sleeps on the hay. Who knew this night